Hello guys and welcome to a very special episode of CryPlays. Today we're in real life. Ta-da! I apologise for the webcam quality, it's awful, absolutely awful. But I'm in the process of buying a new one. I just need to wait to get paid from work. So once that happens, we'll be in HD, widescreen. There won't be any of these black borders on the side. But I just wanted to use a bit of real life footage for this episode, in which we will discuss Magic the Gathering more in depth and give more of a tutorial of it. Right now, the reason I'm using it in real life is because I want to show you some of the cards I actually have here, and we'll just run through the basic card types, and then we will cut to in-game footage, and I'll just run through the in-game tutorial. And if there's anything else after that that you still need information on, then write it in a comment and I'll cover it in another video. I should point out this isn't a complete comprehensive tutorial of Magic the Gathering in the slightest. It's literally a very, very basic coverage of the game, because that's the only knowledge I have, a very basic knowledge of the game. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to cut now to the cards. So here we go guys, this is your basic creature card. It has a few main sections. This here is the artwork, as you can see. This has nothing to do with the card, it's just to make it look nice. Here is what the card is, so it's a creature, and this is what type of creature it is. It's a vampire. Over here is just the stamp for the set it's in, so this is Magic 2011. Here is where any special abilities will be written. I chose a card specifically that didn't have any because I didn't want to overcomplicate things. So it just gives anything that's in italics and in speech marks is just like lore, just a little bit. And down here on the 3 is the attack power, and the 2 is the defense. So everything on the left of the card is the attack, everything on the right is the defense. If we go back up to the top here, you can see the name of the card. So this is called Bunny Vampire. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. And then over here you can see the mana cost. Now we'll get more into the mana cost in a minute, but this is pretty much what you have to have on the field to play the card. So yeah, this is your basic creature card, just giving you a little overview of it. And in order to play any card in the game, you need something called mana or land, and you need specific land. As you can see up here, this card requires a wrong side. This card requires a black skull, if you can see it up here. This means it requires a swamp and 2 other mana of any other colour. So if we go and show you the land card I have out, this is a swamp card. As you can see, it has the big swamp symbol down here, and it has the name swamp. It doesn't cost any mana to cast this card, of course, because it's a basic land type, as you can see, and it's a swamp. So in order to play any card in the game, you need land. And so this is an example of a basic land card, as you can see. These are all taken from my vampire deck, so you'll notice a running theme. And then there are also different types of cards. So you first saw a creature card. Now this is a spell card, and this is a instant. It's Doomblade. Now instant cards can be played any time, including the other player's phase. Hence why it's called instant. So this instant is Doomblade, and it destroys a target non-black creature. So any creature that isn't a black card is destroyed, and it costs 2 mana. So here's just an example of an instant card. And here is an example of a sorcery card. Now sorcery cards can only be played during your main phase, so it can't be played during the opponent's phase. This is called Feast of Blood. It's a sorcery, as you can see, and cast Feast of Blood only if you control 2 or more vampires, so that's one condition you have to meet. And if you meet this condition, you can play the card and it destroys a target creature and you gain 4 life. So it's made for a vampire deck, obviously. And again, it costs cost mana to play. Now I'll be covering how you actually play the game in the in-game tutorial. This is literally just to show you the different types of basic cards you can get. So far we've had the basic land card, we've had the basic creature card, we've had a basic instant, and a basic sorcery card. Now there's another quite semi-advanced, just basic aspect of the game, and this is when creature card. This is like an advanced creature card, if you want to give it that tagline. It basically means it's a creature card that has some effects on it. So as you can see here, this is my favourite card, Vampire Nighthawk. It's a creature, Vampire Shaman. And as you can see, it has a bunch of abilities down here. First of all, it has flying, which means it cannot be blocked by a non-flying creature. So only flying can block this. It has Death Touch, which means that any damage dealt to a creature by this card instantly dies. And it also has a lifelink, which means any damage dealt is received to the player controlling the card as a life. So this is a really powerful card, and it's a really cheap cost. So this is just an example of a advanced creature card, if you want to give it that title. And the last thing I wanted to show you was what is known as a combo. Most decks have a theme or a combo that they want to pull off, and mine is about buffing my creatures as much as I can. And as you can see here, I have two cards. The first card is a vampire, and as you can see, one of the spell effects is to sacrifice a creature to get a boost to give it +2/+2. And in order to do that, I need to sacrifice a creature, which on the surface is quite a big sacrifice to make, but not if you can use a card such as this, which is a reassembling skeleton, which allows you to return the reassembling skeleton from the graveyard to the battlefield, which means that when it's dead, I can just summon it again. So you can use cards like this to constantly kill and resurrect in order to boost the stats of your other cards. So that's just a little example there of a more advanced play style. So those are all the basic cards you can get. Right now I'm going to cut to the in-game tutorial and hopefully give you a better understanding of Magic.